Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. I had a pretty good morning fishing for Wilderness with Amani Patreon way in the back of Lake 5. And I got about 6 or 7 nice fish in the net. Lost the best fish of the day, but oh well. And I'm on my way back to camp and I figure let's try to put something in the net for my YouTube viewers. I want to fish this big woolly bugger. I was fishing it back there. I caught a couple fish on it. I was getting some strikes. And we were fishing here yesterday with nymphs, and I caught those fish. We only fished for about an hour and a half. And what I want to do is I want to let this sink down to the weed beds down there. There's big fish in those weed beds. I saw them circling my nymphs before, and they weren't taking them. So I'm going to try to put this woolly bugger down there. So let's see if we can make something happen. Fishing these jigs deep, but it ain't easy. I mean, I'm not fishing jigs, I'm fishing a woolly bugger. And I was letting it go all the way down to the bottom because there's a lot of fish down there. And I just got the fish of the trip. If I can get him in the net. Got him. That's the fish of the trip right there for my YouTube subscribers. Here he's in the net. Look at those colors. Look at his bright red orange stomach. I'm gonna try to hold him up for you. I'm gonna let him go. Got my hands wet. Look at that orange belly. Look at that fish. That is a beautiful golden trout right there. That is a big one. It's one of the, it's not as big. I was fishing for Patreon in the back and I saw 2 fish swimming by the surface that had to be 18 inches. And they were big. And I sat there for an hour. They came by like 3 times and I threw everything I could. But I'm fishing this woolly bugger deep. I'm being methodical about it and I'm letting it sink all the way down. And I just had one cruise by. It was really big. It was just like that other one. He's down by the bottom now. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. Oh, he was literally touching it with his face, but he wasn't taking it. They won't take it sometimes, and it's really frustrating. These fish seem to be really well fed, and it's really frustrating, man, because they're not taking it. Like my nymphs, everything I'm throwing. I got 6 or 7 fish this morning, but I had to really work for those fish and had to let myself sink. Looking for this fish that was cruising around and I was waiting for my nymph to sink down deep, and I looked up and saw my line was just shooting out and I just completely missed a for sure hook set. What an absolute choke that was. Oh man, that was a choke job. I just hooked something good, man. I just hooked something good. He's big. I'm fishing that slow, methodical pattern. Ooh, he's cutting through the water. It's another big one. And I'm just catching these fish down on the bottom. And I'm just letting my nymph sink. I'm letting my line sink. And I'm just watching my line. And these fish are picking it up in that deep water. Took me a while to figure it out, but I got him now. Oh, this is a good one. Man, when I set the hook, he took all the line out of my hand. Oh, this is a good fish. All right. This fish ain't gonna come easy. I can't rush it. He'll snap me off in 2 seconds. He's like a nice 15, 16 incher. I'm just letting my line until my line is like so pointing down. Catching these fish in solid like 10 feet of water, 15 feet of water. Very technical fishing. And it's not easy. It's not easy to detect strikes. It's not easy to have the patience to let it go down there. Oh man, this fish is really, really strong. I gotta tire him out. I'm gonna let him rest before I let him go if I can get him in the net. Oh, come on. Don't do it to me. I want you. I want you to want me. I want you to want me. I'm telling you to need me. Oh, I barely got him. Got him in the net. Biggest fish of the trip. There he is. Look at that golden. That is a beast, man. That is a beast. Woo, there he goes. He's strong. I was stripping line, and when he hit, he took all the line out. It burned I got a burn on my finger because he shot out so fast. Oh, what a couple of fish. I took the woolly bugger off, and I just put on this plain bead head, and I just let that get down, and the cloud cover came in, and I let that thing sink way down deep so that my floating line was like 3 feet under the surface, and I was stripping it and just watching my line to see if it went in the other direction, and he just nailed it, man. Oh man, those last 2 fish, blowing it up, baby. It's getting cold. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. So when I'm casting out, I'm just letting it sink until my line's down. My line's pretty much my strike indicator. And it's been a frustrating trip of the fish that are cruising are a lot harder to catch, and they're far less aggressive than the ones that are down deep. And seeing strikes is not easy, especially with the clouds blocking the sun. It's killing me. You're killing me, Smiles. Another big one. Same thing. Letting it sink down deep. And these nice goldens are just running that deep water. Oh man, he's nice. Let's get over here. I may have spent more time on Patreon, but I learned what I needed to do while fishing Patreon. And it's all come together for me on this final evening. Woo! That's a nice golden by any measure. Look at that golden trout right there. Look at that thing. That is beautiful. Oh yes. Man. And I saw him down deep. My line was pointing down, and I saw a flash way down deep with my Polaroid glasses when the sun came out from behind the clouds. And he was there. I just set the hook. I saw the flash, saw my line go, boom. Nice. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's cold, and I gotta get some layers on, man. I can't feel my hands. But this trip was great, and the fishing was very tough. It was very tough. My cousin had a tough time today, struggled a bit. And the fish, those 3 big trout I just got, it's extremely hard to fish that way. You just throw it out there and you let the wind kind of blow it. And you let your nip sink and you let your line go down. And then you just give it little pops. And that was the formula, and it took me a couple days, and it all built up, I had a lot of success in the back of the lake fishing for Patreon, and then I stopped here on the way back, and everything that I picked up on how to get these fish during this trip came together right here, and I landed those fish. And I missed another one that was really nice. I saw his flash down there, so it could have been 4, but let's not get greedy. So it's been a great trip. That has been a great trip. I was so excited. My cousin, he had altitude sickness the first day. He had to go back to the base camp, stay down in the campground for another night, and then he was able to hike up on Tuesday. This has been great. I'm glad you took the time to enjoy these fish. I hope you enjoyed those 3 fish. I sure did. Those fish were the best fish of the summer, man. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.